Imagine a conscious contact with God so strong that no matter what you are doing or not doing, that no matter what your kids are up to or not up to, and that whether you've got the person of your dreams or they're just not cooperating, that you are happy, content, and at peace. A space where everyone else's thoughts, attitudes, and actions are beautiful and exactly as they are supposed to be. Well, this is the space where I like to play. My name is Mischa Z, and this is today's Bitch Slap. Join me as I shed light on the thoughts, actions, and attitudes that are causing you pain, and we train our minds to go to the capital S inner self, the joy that is waiting for us, the God within. Good evening. Another late night recording. It's fun to record at different times and get used to it and not get stuck having to record at certain times, I feel like, because it freaks me out when I get stuck recording at the same times. If there's any deviation of that, I start to think I'll never be able to come up with content again. So anyhow, also I'm very clean shaven and it's kind of tripping me out. I'm looking at Zoom and as I record this and I can see that I've got a clean shaven face and it's rather unusual these days. So I'm thinking, you know what? That looks pretty good. I'm a handsome devil with a shaved face. I might have to shave more often. Anyhow, we'll see. More will be revealed in that regard. Yes. The reading books while I'm walking has been very good. And I believe I have an interview set up with a gentleman who wrote this book that I'm reading, and it's super fun. It's a great fun book. I'll drop the name as soon as I get confirmation 100% that the check clears, that the interview goes through, because I don't want to jinx it. It's funny, like you can jinx anything, but I'm like, be patient. When the interview actually happens, then I can jump up and down. Anyhow, so I'm reading that book, and then I'm also reading Sapiens by Yuval Noah Harari. Again, the book's called Sapiens, and I think I will throw out to interview him because he's an interesting character, and I'd also heard him interviewed at one point. I'm pulling up some notes on him. I'm probably about a quarter or a third of the way through that book. But anyway, on this interview that I heard him do, he talked a lot about how much meditation he was doing. And I might have referenced this in another episode. I've lost track, but who cares? I believe Russell Brunson had said, go ahead and tell the stories lots of times. The only person that gets tired of them is you. And I thought, you know what? That's a good thought. I'm going to trust in that. So basically, his idea is very much looking at Homo sapiens or sapiens from the natural point of view and the the progression of humans. And I think the big giveaway I heard in this interview, and I don't know if his book says this or not, but the big giveaway is that, you know, in a 300 or 500 years or whatever it is, Homo sapiens will no longer be around. There's going to be a new, either we'll just have wiped ourselves out or there'll be a new replacement, something like that, something along those lines. And so he was so poignant in his interview and so calm and so relaxed. And I was thinking, you know, and he was talking about how much he meditated. And I thought, this would be a great guy to interview just to get some insights. Me, I tend to be very egotistical, right? So it can freak me out a little bit that perhaps humans will no longer be around in 500 years, but ultimately, who cares? Right? If it's God's ever advancing creation or God's big, beautiful creation, all of it, and humans are a micro, tiny little bit of it, then, it's not that big a deal. It's progression. And I also love the fact there was something that I had read, and I have notes written down on this Sapien book, and I'll go through them a different day. But the thought that had come to me, and I've had this thought before, but it definitely drove it home and was very poignant, was that to think that humans are apart from nature is so selfish and egotistical. And that's really a part of the problem. Or if you wanted to think that there was problems with humans, is that we think there's nature and then there's us, that we are above nature or different than nature, or that we're this hyper special creation of the universe. There's humans and then there's everything else. But what this book really does, which surprisingly brings me a little bit of peace and levity about our existence, is that no, humans are part of nature. We're just part of nature, just like everything else. Everything else that comes and goes and gets extinct, or new species over the millennia. We're just humans in the fray, same thing. And so I suppose if you take the biggest picture of it, all the things that humans do are nature, are natural, although we like to think they're not. I'll speak for myself. And that's kind of a cool thought. And so, what does Yuval Noah makes me think? And it reminds me of when I was in community college in Casper, Wyoming. And these teachers were very aware of how certain things worked. Like scientists know some heavy scientific facts about the reality of what is happening around us. Sociologists know some heavy, heavy facts about what is happening around us. Biologists, all the what do you call them? I can't think of what the word is. All the different um, you know, different parts of college, different things to learn, and that can be some heavy information. And so one of my favorite things to ask a teacher or two that I would get along with would be, how do you get by the day knowing this information? Because oftentimes it would be very dark, I felt like scientists in the know about the reality of the change in our environment. If you're super self-centered such as me, or can be, and need to work every day not to be, that could be some heavy information. But I suppose if you're not tripping on human existence, you're like, yeah, whatever, it's nature. So these are fun thoughts that have come back to me that I have not thought about for quite a while. Because I was 21, 20, something like that when I was in community college, getting confronted with the knowledge that some professors had that I found rather striking and stark sometimes. Anyhow, I did love philosophy classes too. Philosophy and statistics were my favorite. So I've been having a lot of fun reading, listening to audiobooks while I was walking. And today, best thing about today was I stepped away from most of the funnel stuff, summit stuff, all these things. And actually wasn't even going to record an episode. But I just had a few thoughts going, and I what I honestly thought was like, I had no ideas, and I said, you know what? Let's just turn on the mic, let it rip, and let's see what comes out. And literally 30 seconds before I was turning on the mic, these little thoughts popped up, and I thought that's pretty cool. Let's roll with it. Let's record them. And then of course the computer crashed, and I needed to reboot it. So I even had more time. Anyhow, the big thought for today was, as I've really been enjoying listening to books on Audible, is that it's kind of my job right now, although I'm not getting paid. But perhaps all this stuff will monetize or not. More will be revealed. But as far as what I'm up to, listening to audio books while I'm walking is a big part of it. And so, along the lines of living your passion, following your heart, I'm in a place where I can do that. And it's pretty awesome. I suppose that would be the point I was going to. Some point like that. You get it. I just thought, this is rad. Listening to audiobooks while I'm walking is massive support of what I'm up to and passionate about right now. I'm pretty much going to wrap it up here, I think. However, I did have 2 notes to talk about: surfing, girls, and old friends. And the girl thing, because I realized I haven't really talked about women at all, or really like women intimate relationships, girlfriends at all. And I thought, I suppose I could start doing that a little bit, being a little vulnerable on the women front. So everybody, we have that to look forward to. I'm assuming you'd like to hear some of that. Yes? Raise your hand. Yes? Yes. Good. Surfing. Who doesn't love surfing? Really, in regards to the surfing, I can wrap that up really quick. Actually, I'll save it. And old friends. We'll see if I remember to readdress those loops. Everybody have a great evening. Love you. Thank you for spending time with me today. As someone who is committed to growth and service to this world, I so appreciate your willingness to come with me, go within, and serve our world through change. If you found value in this podcast and you know someone who can use this message, share this episode with them. Share it so our mission can be achieved one episode at a time. And of course, subscribe so you can hear more. And lastly, for more resources on what has helped me on my journey and can help you on yours, go to belove.media/resources. That's BELOVE.media/resources. Thank you again for listening.